Bittle, how does your camera go back? It's not
This is Bitty Bakes. Jack edition.
Jack edition. We're gonna make sausage rolls.
Heck yeah we are.
Heck yeah we are. So you need some sausage meat, an onion, puff pastry, but like the block, not the sheets.
It's got pastry, but because it's meat, it's technically cooking, not baking, I think. Because it's savoury.
That's why Jack's in charge. Does that mean that savoury pies are baking, but sweet pies are baking?
Savoury pies are cooking.
So if you put your pies that you make all the time, is that baking?
Oh, they're sweet pies, aren't they?
Yeah, but if you just put a little bit of meat in it, does that make it cooking? The line between baking and cooking is so fine. I also need a flour, a rolling pin, and an egg, but I don't know where anything in your kitchen is.
I have a rolling pin, but you know what the best next thing is?
Bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine.
A slab of sausage meat in a bowl. Very appealing.
Then, see what else is appealing? This onion.
This onion. You want to chop your onion up? Here's the thing. I was always told that if you cut the root off last, it will make your eyes water less.
I don't cry at onions.
Do you not? But you cry at so many things. Wow. Sometimes I peel onions really well. And sometimes I peel onions really poorly. It's not a snack. It's not a snack.
You just chop the end off. What are you doing?
If you keep the root on it, it makes your eyes water less. Were you listening? I just said this. Because I love you.
Aww.
You want to slice your onion up really small. Sometimes when my mum does this, she puts the onion in a blender. Onion's good. No! So the trick is, when you slice an onion, I learned this from my father, is that if you cut it in half first, obviously, along the root, and then when you chop it, if you chop it so that you don't cut it all the way to the top, it's held together by half a root stem that you've got left. And that makes it much easier to cut it all in one go. Stop it! I will get onion on your floor. Don't test me. Anyway, here you go. It's not a snack.
Do you want me to give me the other one as well?
Also not a snack. When you have all of your onion and you think it's sliced finely enough. Because here's the thing, it will always look bigger than it is once it's inside the sausage rolls, and there's nothing you can do about that, you just have to live with it. So, you get your meat, you get your onion, you just put it all in one bowl. Make sure to get bits of onion all over your boyfriend's freshly cleaned kitchen floor, because he loves it when you do that.
So much fun.
And then, you mix it together. Would you like to put your hands in this bowl of meat and onion? Yeah, I thought you might. Wait. We're going to see how much flour we can get on every surface in your kitchen before we're done.
Oh, good.
So then you want to cut your block of pastry into 3. I hate cutting things into 3 because I've been told that the word is neurotic. I'm not 100% sure, but I like things to be done accurately and well. You want one at a time. So this is for later now. So now you want to roll it out. Off you go.
That's a fine roll.
You want it about this long,
that long,
and about this wide. What happened to your rolling pin? I gave you a rolling pin.
It was a very nice rolling pin.
That's enough for length. Wait! Turn it over. I'm going to roll it out so it's a little bit wider. I hate this. It's much harder to judge when I don't have the chopping board that I usually use to measure the size. I think that's probably about right.
Oh. Do you need the baking paper on?
Yes. Also, you should have turned the oven on. This is why you're the baker, not me. Go on, beat that. Beat it up. So whilst you do that, yes, very nice. I'm gonna get some of the sausage meat. Sausage meat. And basically, just doing it and doing it.
I'm gonna give you a zoom in on this.
And doing it and doing it and doing it. What song's that? So one on the team was singing it in one of the weekly Zoom meetings the other day, and I have no idea what it is, but it's stuck in my head, and that's the only bit I know. And of course, your pastry brush is with your rolling pin, isn't it?
Yes.
In heaven. In pastry item heaven.
That's another thing I really need to get.
We will see if I've done this well or not in a hot second. So, then you need to get the egg and use it as basically glue. So if you take your mixed egg and run it, yeah, but like, oh,
Are you enjoying this?
you distress me. That's a lot of egg. Okay, and then you roll it over, and when it's rolled all the way, you press it down, you squidge it on, squidge, squidge, roll, squidge, roll, squidge, roll, squidge, roll, squidge, and then put more egg on top.
Oh yeah.
Not a word. Not a word.
No sexual bacon.
Anyway, so that will give it. Shut up!
No.
More chopping. So, you got your nice little sausage roll thing. You want to go at it at an angle. You want it to be slightly diagonal to the rest of the pastry. Just because that's what I was told. And then you can, if the meat pulls out, you can just use the tip of the knife to shove the meat back inside the sausage. Shush. And then use the knife to just make two little slits in the top. And put it on the tray. Just push the meat back in with the knife. Cut it at an angle. Cut it at an angle. Try and get them all relatively the same size. It's harder to do as you get towards the end because then you have to make decisions about whether or not you want to cut it into thirds or halves. I'm going to go with thirds. There you go. And then just bomb, bomb, two, bomb, bomb, two, bomb, bomb, two, dun, two, 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 wahee, two, and two. And then you just want to put them all on the baking tray. Is this what Georgia wanted, do you think? She said that I need to have more online presence. And then you want to put them in my oven at home. I put them in for 10 minutes every time, and then I take them out at 10 minutes and they're not quite cooked enough, and then I turn the tray around and put them in for another 2 minutes, and then I take them out. But you're much better at judging these things than I am.
I mean,
So 10 minutes and then check it, I guess.
check it. That's all done.
There you go.
Voila!
Voila. 9 little rolls.
9
In
little.
the oven for 10 minutes. The clock is ticking. But hey, let's just turn that back on. The clock is ticking. And whilst the clock ticks, yes, thank you.
We're gonna do the rest.
Roll out the next bit of pastry onto the now slightly eggy surface.
We need to hold it up thingy and burn.
Okay. Yeah, this could do with a couple more minutes, but they're starting to get there. I'm taller than Bitty.
God, it's fine.
Hey.
Hello!
Hello. These have been in the oven for 60 minutes and 23 seconds. So I think they're probably ready to come out. much like me. Now, they're looking snazzy.
Golden brown.
Look at those. They're looking pretty well cooked to me. Bits, what do you think? Now, they just need to cool down. Do you have a cooling rack?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear a fun story? Once, Bitty and I were cooking, we were baking as per, and I say Bitty and I were baking, Bitty was baking, I was helping. And you were using the cooling rack in the oven, and I watched him take the cooling rack out the oven and put it on the side, and he said, "Don't touch that, it's hot," it just came out the oven, which I know, because I just saw it come out the oven. But I also looked at it and I saw the shape of the cooling rack. So then I immediately tried to move it out of the way using my bare hands, and I had this, I had those burn marks in the shape of the cooling rack on my hand for about 2 months.
It's karma.
Karma. Drop them like they're hot.
They are hot, but I won't drop them.
They are hot. Hot and tasty. And now the next batch can go in, because that's how it works. Endless cycle. So let's get the rest of these babies in, and then we'll show you what they all look like, I guess.
Oh, lovely stuff.
They're definitely cooked. Oh, hey. Look at that. Dobbly jobbly. Get lots of things. Ah! Shh. Hey, you're the baker, not me.
I thought we'd assessed that this was cooking, not baking.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's got meat in it. Did you work out what happened to your rolling pin?
Yeah, it got... I foolishly used it as a prop for a Halloween costume.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think it's been seen since.
Completely checks out. We've had this conversation. Never take anything valuable to a Halloween party.
Not if Shitty's there.
Not, especially not if Shitty's there. There we go. Sausage rolls.
Sausages.
Go on. Go on.
Yum, yum, yum.
Have a sausage roll.
It's a bat. Hey, it's really good.
Sausage rolls.
Not that I doubted your skills in any way, careful for.
There you go, that's a Jack Zimmerman original recipe. Oh.
Lovely.
And these are, you know, also sort of festive. You can have these any time of the year, but I always make them around Christmas.
They're good for parties.
And they're good for parties. Good little starters. Everyone likes a sausage roll. Unless they're vegetarian, but you can always make it with corn.
I haven't had lunch.
I wouldn't know. I haven't ever made it with corn. You should give it a try. Let me know. Have you got any specific sausage roll recipes? Oh, my mum.
Do it next time.
I've got a little sausage roll in my mouth. Hot out the oven.
Ooh,
Bye.